What's up, guys? So it's me again. Same outfits, same shirt, because I'm trying to get these videos done. But I'm coming to you today with a story time about the time that I was almost robbed. Now, this is a recent story time. It happened maybe about 6 days ago. I decided, why not share it with YouTube? Because it was real life. I almost got. Okay? So here we go. It was a Sunday. No, so it was last Sunday. I was coming from my sister's house. She lives right around the corner. And I was pulling up. And as soon as I got out the car, pulling up to my apartment, as soon as I got out the car, this guy runs up to the car. And I've never seen him before. I live in an apartment. I live in a college town. And in my apartment, it's mostly college students. Like, I'm probably, being a college graduate, I'm probably the oldest one out here. So he was kind of a little bit older than me. He like walked up and was like, "Hey, yo." Now you already know I don't respond to "hey, yo." So I'm getting out of the car and I'm like walking. It's like maybe like 4 steps if you go up the steps, but I had to park a little bit down, so I had to like walk up and into my apartment. So he's like, "Hey, yo, I just want to know where blah 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 is." The other apartments, they're called, let's call them Polar Park. I don't know. He's like, "I just want to know where the Polar Park apartments are." And I'm like, "They're right there." Like, literally from my apartments, let's call them North Park. They're next door to Polar Park. Like, I could throw a stick and hit them, okay? It's not that far. So instantly I'm irritated, like, why are you asking me this dumb question? But I'm steadily walking to my house. So he's like, "I just want to know where Polar Park apartments are." And I'm like, they're literally right there. Like, right there. So he's like, "Oh yeah, they're just right there." Steadily walking to my door. And then he's like, "All right." And he turns and jets the opposite way. So I'm like, I just told you they's right there, but he walked the other way. So I'm instantly feeling some type of like weird, you know how you just feel it? Like, I just was like, I don't know about this. I don't like it. So while I'm talking to him in that 15 seconds at the most, this girl comes around. Again, been living here for many years. I've never seen her before. She comes from the side of my apartment. The side of my apartment is like a terrain, like it's grass. They have flowers. We have too many bunnies running around. Like, it's not the wilderness, but why would you have a bike back there? Like, and it just rained, so there's mud. Like, it just was odd to me. And she has a ton of stuff in her arms, like just a ton of stuff. So she's like walking with the bike. She like has the stuff in her arms, and she walks right in front of me and like sits her bike against like the little banister that we have outside of the door. So I'm instantly like, okay, move. Like, why are you in my way? So when you come to enter my apartment, there's 4 apartments in my building. So when the door is glass to initially get inside, and there's steps that immediately go up, and then you can keep going straight. I live underneath the steps, and there's one apartment across from me. If you go up the steps, there's a door right there, and there's one across from there. So I live underneath the steps. So when I'm facing the glass, there's a man standing on the steps. He has no shirt on. I'm not even 100% he has shoes on. He's older, probably like 40 or 50, which is a lot older than the people that live in this apartment building. And he does not live there. The people that live above me, I know them. He doesn't live there. So when we come in, so the girl comes in first. She tries to get me to come in first, and I'm like, "Nah, you're not about to be behind me, because it don't feel right." So she walks ahead of me, and I can't see her, but I can tell that they make eye contact with each other, because he looks at her and he's like, and he turns and he runs up the steps that he was sitting on. So the girl keeps going straight and walks directly to my apartment, to my door. And when she like turns and kind of looks at me, sees that I'm walking behind her, I think she thought I was going upstairs. She drops all her stuff, just everything she has in her hand. She deliberately is just like, "Oh," and drops them. "Oh no, you will not play that trick with me." I straight was like, and went around her into my apartment, like, boom, locked the door. I feel like she dropped her stuff in hopes that I would help her pick it up, and then they were going to rob me. Now, I could be a little extra, so I locked the door. I think nothing of it. My phone was on 1%, so you know how you doing that dash to the charger. I'm charging my phone, texting my friends like, girl, I think these people just try to get me. I think they was gonna try to rob me while I was at my car or whatever. Cause I think the original dude that tried to stop me, I think he was in on it. So while I'm texting them, you know how like your spidey senses just kick in and you're like, something ain't right. So I go back to my door, look through the peephole, and the man without a shirt is now standing outside of my door. And he has a huge like industrial size pliers. That's the best way I can describe it. Like they're the kind you open and close, but it's something that you would use to cut like metal or wire. But he's holding it in one hand closed like this, standing, I'm talking about right here. This was him standing outside my door. The girl's still outside and she's like,
just do it, just effing do it, just go ahead and get it over with.
And he's like,
no, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late.
She's like, no it ain't, man, don't be messing with me, man, you're always messing with me, just do it.
So I get scared and I run into the kitchen and get my knives. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know why my instinct didn't kick in to call the cops. I would like to think that if this was a scary movie, I wouldn't be the girl that fall down. I wouldn't be the girl that does stupid stuff. But in that moment, I was the stupid dumb girl that was gonna fall down. And y'all know, because of this melanin, I would die first. Like, I have to get it together because my instinct was not to call the police. My instinct was to call my dad. Call my dad. He didn't answer because, I mean, it was 10 o'clock and he goes to bed at like 8:30. So I don't know. So I called my other friend who is a police officer. I called his wife, who is actually my good friend. And while I'm dialing their number, the man without a shirt turns my doorbell. When I tell you, my heart sank. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, oh my God. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what to do. The police not gonna get here. Like, I have to fight. Like, listen, I've had to fight in my day. So, I mean, but he got this industrial size pliers. Like, what I'm gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I go get more knives. So I have the knives. So I had the knives literally like this. This is how I'm at the door. Like, if he
come in, it's on like, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I was gonna do.
Clearly I'm not gripping any of them now that I see it in the camera, but I was ready, okay? Like, you're not about to run up in here. Like, you're not about to run up in here on me. Like, I'm ready. No. So while I'm, trying to get my Kung Fu ghetto version of Freddy Krueger on, he turns my doorknob again real slow, like just trying to see if I left it unlocked is how I feel. Meanwhile, the girl's coming in and out the building. When you open the front door to my building, you can hear it. Like, I can hear when people are coming in and out. So she's walking in and out. She's like,
come on, man, just do it, man, just come on, man, just do it.
No, shut up, it's too late.
So while this is happening, I called my friend who's married to a police officer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think somebody's trying to break into my house, girl. Like, what do I do? And of course her husband was like, call the police. Like, why would you call me? You need to call the police. And I'm like, well, it's not an emergency because they can't get in, I don't think they could get in, and
I'm ready to chop them up if they do get in.
And he's like, call the police. So I hang up with them and I don't call the police. I don't know why. Judge me. I should be judged in this moment because I clearly should have called the police because my chop fooey hands was not gonna work. They wasn't gonna work. My Edward scissor hands is just not what was hot in the streets at that moment, but that's what I had and that's what was gonna make do at the time. But I don't call the police because we have like a security in our apartment. So I called them. They came. The people stood outside my door for probably a good 2 to 3 minutes, and he would walk by and he would just like stop. And he would pierce into my peephole. And I swear he was peering into my soul because he would walk right by and he would be... And I was standing on the other side like, oh my God, like, what am I do? What am I do? So, long story short, this is a quick story time. They left. Him and the girl left. I'm not 100% sure that the first dude was in on it, but I feel like he was. I feel like he was supposed to keep me at the car and they was gonna run up on me. But that plan foiled, and then I think she was supposed to drop her stuff and I was supposed to help him, and old dude was gonna come down the stairs and clock me in the back of the head with his industrial sized pliers. But I mean, spidey senses, you gotta listen to your spidey senses. But that was it. The security people came. They called me. They asked me if they could give a description. They didn't come to my door because they didn't want me, you know, they were like, we don't want them to know that you singled them out or that you called them in case they try to retaliate. So we just, you know, did our normal rounds. We went through and we'll, you know, keep coming back. We'll look out for someone on a bike, all that jazz. It's been about a week. They have not come back. My dad came through, you know, shout out to Daddy Jeezy. Y'all seen him on the challenge. He came through a couple times just to have another presence, let them know that I'm not alone, let them know that they can get it. Okay, you see my knives, don't play with me. I don't own a gun. I feel like I should get a gun, but I'm scared, even though I know how to shoot one. Like, I just don't want one. So my knives is gonna have to do, you know, get up Freddy Krueger. Don't run up in here, cause if
You run up in here, you might lead out with something, but you gonna be missing a finger.
Okay, or a toe. And you might be missing an eye. Don't come. I was ready. But that is it, you guys. I'm trying to keep a quick story time. I have one more I think I'm going to try to upload this week. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it's free. You know, click all the buttons. You know the spiel. So I hope you guys have a good day, good time, good life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. It's that other type, you know, that kind you get just like certain times of the month. That's what that is. Whatever. So I'm gonna try this, and maybe I'll do a video on it.